If you're looking for a mechanical keyboard with a built-in phone stand, this is the keyboard for you. So welcome to the One Review. My name is Will, where I do tech unboxing, tech reviews, and tech tutorials. And in today's episode, we're going to take a review of the Redragon Shaco 60% aluminum RGB mechanical keyboard. And it's model K641B BW-RGB. And this one has the red switches, which says it's dustproof, and it has the chroma RGB lighting. So I flip it to the back, you can see what appealed to me was it has a wrist pad that's built into the mechanical keyboard, as well as a phone holder that allows you to put your phone in there. And it's kind of convenient for me to see my notification. Some features, it's fully aluminum at 60% mechanical keyboard, wrist and cell phone stand, hot swappable keyboard for switch options, PBD keycaps, and it's 60% compact to save desk space. I like the logo. The Dragon logo looks really nice. Open up, it has a mechanical keyboard, has the wrist pad and some accessories. So it has the phone holder. So in the bag it includes the tools. You need to swap out your mechanical switches if you want to, as well as key tab holder. And then has the two knobs here, which is to connect the wrist guard. It does come with some extra switches. So it says Redragon mechanical switches, and it does give you some instructions on how to replace them. So if I open up the box, see it comes in a box with the red switches. Let's take one out. If you've seen my other videos, you've seen that these are the standard switches. And these are the red linear switches. And it's very, very quiet. If a switch does fail, it's very easy to replace. You just pull off the keycap, and then there's the red switches exposed, and just pull this off. Just pops right out, and here it is. And so to plug it in, you just line up the two prongs. See the two prongs right here, line it up. And put the keycap back on, and you are good to go. So you have the option, if you ever want to switch out switches, you can as well. If you want to switch out for red or brown ones, you're able to do that as well. So that's it. The first thing that blew me away was the color of the keyboard. This is my first like graded color keyboard, and different hues and shades of blue, and it looks really, really nice. It has the Redragon logo right at the bottom here. You can see the mechanical red switches. I'll do a sound test in a little bit, and then just look at the bottom here. There is one. So this one doesn't have three. This one just has one angle that you can use to angle it. It just looks so nice. Even the Redragon logo here. Beautiful keyboard. In terms of quality, this is aluminum, so there's no bend. I can't flex it. It is actually quite hefty, and it is very, very decent quality. In terms of the wrist pad, it does have these two circular nubs here. And what you can do with these ones is, once you've inserted the wrist guards or wrist pads, again, it's just a simple slide it in. If you don't have it, you can see it kind of goes back and forth, but once you screw them in, it's threaded. Screw them on both sides. Locks into place, and you can't move it. You can make them tighter as well. So that's how you kind of keep that in place. Something I didn't comment on when I first looked at the The one thing I didn't realize when I looked at the keyboard cable was it has dual connections, so USB Type A, and then if you unplug this, it's a USB Type C. So which is perfect for those with the MacBook that doesn't have any USB Type A. You can use this keyboard cable for USB Type C to USB Type C. So I thought that was a really nice touch. So here's the keyboard with the RGB lighting, and it looks really nice. And I like the fact that you can see the letters right through the keycaps here. So take a closer look here. The nice underglow as well. And then you can also change some of the backlight setting or the RGB lighting. So you do function page down, it's supposed to change the different patterns. So I guess this turns it off. Or I guess has a nice this one is plain if you just want to underglow. Here all I'm doing is just I'm cycling through the different lighting features and patterns it has. Again, it says it has 20 different lighting features, and so I'm just quickly kind of scrolling through it here at this point in the video. So this radar one, you can actually change the brightness of it by going up and down. So that turns it off. You can adjust with the up and down arrow. And then I'm going to change. You can see how it kind of goes through the different colors. You can change the speed of that as well. So you can advance it. Function, again, using function key and arrow. You can make it slower. Or make it slow. So now it's a bit slower, you can speed it up. So that is just a quick review of the RGB lighting. Again, I do like the underglow here, which is kind of nice. So if you, I don't know if you can see this, but on either side there is a bit of an underglow, which kind of makes it look really nice. It looks gamerish-y if you're a gamer. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do a sound test just to see how it looks. And this is using the red switches. I'm going to do a sound test. In terms of the wristpad, it is nice to have the wristpad. However, I still find that from an angle and typing perspective, it still isn't quite high enough for the way I would like it. And I would still actually prefer using my Belkin wristpad here. It just provides higher up, and I feel like I can type a little bit easier where my hands kind of roll over the keys. The wrist guard is nice, but I find it's a bit too tiny for your palm. It's kind of only half my palm is on there, and I just feel it's not high enough to kind of give you that natural rolling feeling of typing and the comfort for that. I do want to talk about the built-in phone holder. As you can see, there's kind of two different levels here that you can place your phone. You can place it either here, where it's a bit further back and angle up a little bit higher, or you can have it on closer to the keyboard where it just angles up a little bit higher depending on where you sit. And having the built-in phone holder has been awesome, where it allows me to view DaVinci tutorials right here near my keyboard, and allows me to kind of watch and play videos while I'm working on DaVinci Resolve, which I'm doing now. So right now I'm just trying to figure out like some different effects. I could click on a video here, play it, I could pause it here, and then work on my computer. So that has been fantastic to have, and it's at a level where it's not interrupting my screen. As you can see, I have a dual LG screen, which is a little bit raised, but this is really convenient to where it's placed. In terms of the comfort level of using this keyboard to type, it's fine. I have no issues with it. It does what I need to do. It's very responsive. The switches are very responsive. It's nice and quiet here, not too loud. All right, so that completes my video of the Redragon Shako 60% aluminum mechanical keyboard. If you have any questions or comments about this keyboard, please leave it down below. I will leave a link to the website. whatsgeek.com did provide this keyboard for review. If you have more information about it, or if you want to consider purchasing one, I will leave a link in the description below, and I will include a discount code for you as well. Thank you guys for watching, and until next time.